Whether you like it or not, 2026 is right around the corner. And I've talked to a lot of people that frankly did not take advantage of 2025 and they're not very happy. So what we're going to do here is we're going to step back. Beth and I are going to say, hey, we both have 25 years of real estate investing experience. Folks, combined, it is 50 years. Yes, I am that old and she started at 8. It's just how it rolled, just how it happened. But at the end of the day, we're going to tell you how to get ready to make some moves in 2026. And always, we go ladies first on this channel. So Beth, you're up. What do you got?
Yes. 2026, it's right around the corner. My first one is don't wait for 2026. Why wait? Do something today. Think about a small thing that you can do today.
I am so happy you said that. That was going to be my first one as well. I have so many people talking to me about 2026 already. And folks, it's barely December. Like there's a month left. Like 1/12 of the year is still ahead of you. And you all are giving up. It is somewhere between disappointing and frustrating, right? Based on how much I know you, is kind of like, if I really know you, I'm disappointed. And if you're just some noise or gnat around me, I'm frustrated. But you still have 1/12 of 2025 over. And you need to start making some moves, right? If you didn't like 2025 and lots of you are telling me you didn't, start now. There's nothing magical about January 1st. There's absolutely nothing magical about.
And if you start now, you'll already be gaining momentum while everyone else is just waking up from their holiday fog. So do your holiday stuff, do your trips, family things, all that.
But no trips. No trips. If you had a shit year, grind.
If you've earned your trip, do it. If not, stay home and work. Yeah.
No, that's exactly right. I mean, because I talked to a lot of mortgage brokers and real estate agents, and they're all telling me their year is down. And I got bad news for you. It's not time to take a vacation. You need to be grinding and working and building and networking now so that you crush Q1, as opposed to every other freaking year that you come into January, nothing. Folks, the only thing you can do is be pissed off, right? Execute. No, and I mean it. No trips. Like if you crushed it and you did, I don't know, if you did 95% of your best year ever in 2025, go take your trip. Go get the trophy. But if you're below 95% of your best year, it's time to work. It's time to work. So that's awesome. Yeah. All right. So that's going to be hard to come up. My first one, my first one will be, my first one is it's just a realization, Beth, that I've come to realize that I'm a little bit of a unicorn and that I don't need a lot of people around me, right? I'm comfortable in my own space. I'm comfortable declaring something and moving forward, right? Lots of people talk about motivation and discipline like they're the same thing. They're absolutely not. And by the grace of God, my daily discipline is like my superpower. So I don't need extra help, right? For example, I wanted to do 10,000 steps every day in 2025. It's December 2nd. If you looked at my phone, my average for the year, we're not talking the month or the week, the year is nearly 19,000 steps.
Wow.
So I could do nothing the rest of the year and hit my goal.
Mm-hmm.
So again, and that's a year goal. That's not like, hey, I did it for a month or, I had a dry October or whatever. So, but where I'm going with this is you guys need new friends and you need to get in new rooms, right? A lot of you had a shit year because you did it the same way with the same people. You need to get in new communities. Now here I'm pimping out our school community, admittedly self-serving, but it is the best place for you to go. If you want to crush 2026, get around 500 other people who are looking to crush 2026. And oh, by the way, all of them made moves in 2025 that you didn't. Get off your lazy ass, get in the community. There's 9 accountability groups, one every freaking day of the week, thousands of dollars in education, live sessions all the time. And just step up and go, okay, $20 a month. It's going to be my dues to be in a everyday wealth building community. Just look at it at dues, look at it as a couple of cups of coffee or lattes or whatever they cost, and get off your lazy ass and join. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. It's like enough's enough. Most of you could be motivated for a weekend, maybe a week, maybe a month, but you all lack discipline. right? Discipline goes out the window when the 5 a.m. alarm clock goes off. It goes out the window when it's raining 7 days in a row. You know what? It rains all the time. I still get my steps in. I don't care. Water doesn't make me melt. I just go anyways, right? Again, folks, if you want to get rich, you want to get wealthy, it takes discipline, consistency, and time. I'm here for it. I live it every day. You don't do 18,000 videos in 6 years if you aren't disciplined. Yeah. 3 videos a day for 6 freaking years. So get on the bandwagon, stop your motivation bullshit, and get freaking disciplined.
Yes. Hallelujah. Mic drop. Yes. I love it. So what I'm hearing there is the difference between interest and commitment. So are you interested? Yeah, I'm interested in losing weight. I'm interested in getting rich. I'm interested in owning real estate. I'm interested. Are you committed? Because committed is when you do it, when you go out for your steps when it's raining or you're tired that day or something happens, or you don't want to do your market studies because, or whatever your daily discipline is, you want to flake out on it because somebody invited you to some fun thing, or you just don't feel good that day. It's like, that's the deciding factor where you can see if are you interested or are you committed? And you're talking about commitment. And I don't know anybody who's gotten rich or been successful or lost all the weight or whatever it is they're looking to do without true commitment. You have to be willing to put in the reps and the time.
Absolutely.
And the persistence. And you got to find that.
You got to get around
motivation
other people
from deep in, and you got to get it from others. One of my things on my list here is find other people doing what you want to do, which can be the beautiful thing about now that you and I didn't have probably back in the day were these online communities. I go into the school community. Yeah. I just checked it this morning when I was drinking my coffee, just because I like to go in there to see what people are talking about and chime in here and there if I feel it's relevant. But people are inspiring in there. People are doing the work all over the United States and all walks of life. And it's great to see what people are doing, and it's inspiring. And it's a place where somebody can jump in and ask their questions in a open environment and get the support you need. I also think I would follow it up with, if you can find a in-person accountability group locally, that's even better. If you can get an actual face-to-face. For me, like the virtual communities are great, but if you can reinforce that with some face-to-face meetups, I think that's a really important way to do it too. So and you can find those people through some of the local Facebook groups. Like I know here in our area, we've got the, Washington Real Estate Investors WARI and Facebook group where you can go in there and get to know folks. And I've met some people in person that I met on that group, and just do the follow-up, do the social, learn from folks who are doing what you're doing, and get inspired and encouraged from, if you can, and be a contributor, go into it with a learning mindset. And also, if you're taking action, people are more likely to want to help you more, because if people are experienced and they've helped a lot of people, sometimes you'll notice after a while that very few will actually take action. But if you're one of the ones that's actually taking their advice and taking action, you will get a lot more given to you.
Truth.
It's unlimited. Truth. Yeah.
My next one will be back to basics. I was actually looking for my 7 rules, but it must be inside. I have a sign with my 7 rules on it. And again, if you want to get started in real estate investing, most of you are doing too much. Most of you are too broad. Most of you are all over the place. Stop it, shut up, sit down, get a buy box, a set of criteria that produces 20 to 40 active listings. Set it, forget it, look at it every day, track it every day, figure out what's going on, learn average. Once you know average, figure out good, greater, and good or great. And it hasn't changed in 8 years, folks. It just hasn't changed in 2 decades. You get good at real estate investing by practicing the reps. How do you learn to play the piano? Reps. How do you get good at basketball? Reps. How do you do this? Reps. How do you do this? Reps. You don't get good at real estate investing by being in Airbnb and land development and mobile homes and in Florida and then in Texas and then in Ohio. And dude, most of you are just all over the place. You might be busy. You might be checking the box, but you're not making progress. Progress starts with focus and discipline. Get a buy box, look at it every day. Plenty of videos on my channel talking about it. The buy box and the discipline is everything. It's just freaking everything. I don't know why people fight me on it. The good news is Beth, a lot less people fight me on it now that I've been so consistent and now have tens of thousands of people that will swear by a buy box.
Yeah.
But man, for years, it was one of those concepts that people just wanted to fight me on. Thankfully, less and less people are. But yeah, but get a buy box, look at it every day. Let's go.
Simple. Don't make it harder than it has to be. Just do that, and start. If you're investing locally, get out. That's one of the other things on my list is get out and actually drive around these neighborhoods. Look at houses. If you got nothing to do that day that you don't know what to do, go out and spend.
Yep.
Or even if you do have stuff to do, go out there and spend 30 minutes, an hour. Just
drive different streets.
Go to open houses on the weekend. See everything. See the high end, low end, everything in all the stuff. I think you just need to learn all aspects of it.
Correct.
And then you can see what things are selling for. Oh yeah, that one was on the busy road, and that's why that sold for that much. And then you can do that with rents too. See, like, oh, this one has renting for this much. This one's renting for this much. And why is this one not renting? And the more you absorb that information, and the more you physically learn going out there and looking, you will get better and better at refining your buy box and also knowing how to identify the good deals when they come along. Because if you've been doing your work, you'll know. It'll take 2 seconds. You'll see something pop up and you go, ooh, this one looks like it could have some potential. So, but you know that by doing the reps, taking the time, going out there and seeing for yourself. And I don't invest out of state, but if I did, some people never go to, and that's, I can't do that.
That's mind boggling to me.
That kind of money. I got to go there and look at it, walk it. I want to be there for the due diligence. I want to, see the whole dang thing. So, and I would have to go out and spend a lot of time just getting to know that market. I would never, that's just me. Some people can do it blind, not me, but you got to get out there and you got to learn it. Like this is your money and your life on the line, so to speak, your financial life. Like it matters. Take the time.
Yeah.
So,
Love
it. So learn your market. And then another one I have, and I can't remember whose turn it was.
Go ahead.
But I'll go. Talk with a lender. Find out what you need to do to make yourself financeable. You might think but you could very likely be wrong. A lot of times people will tell me, I've got to pay this off, or maybe you do, like another thing I know Dion likes to talk about is you got to have money to invest in real estate. Like I know technically there's ways to do it without it, but I don't think it's a good idea. I think you got to get your money figured out. You got to
not in the beginning. Not in the beginning.
If you're a beginner, you got to have some money to protect yourself from the inevitable things that will happen that you're not expecting. Yeah. So, but talk to a mortgage lender to learn what you need to do to make yourself bankable, and make your plan. If it's not right now, see what it needs to be. Like, okay, your credit is this score, and if you can get it up to this score, then you can get a better rate. Or you need to have how much in reserves, and and then once you know that, then you can better refine your buy box.
Yeah.
And also make your plan.
Yeah.
They will help put you on the right road, and you can follow up with them. Like a really good lender is just another mentor that will help you.
Yeah. I'll give you another one. There's just, this is something Olivia and I never did, but it's probably exactly where we would start today if we were in our 20s again. And that would just be, don't forget that you could house hack, right?
Yeah.
Again, a lot of people, yourself included, Lumberjack, Anna Kelly, PTO for life. I mean, there's so many people in my universe that I respect. No, Dion, it's just Matt, Millennial Mike. It's just house hacks. Stop. You're not going to buy your forever home. It's not going to be your first purchase. So, if you just got on a map, like let's just paint a 10-year, let's paint a decade picture, right? You're a renter today, or you're living with mom and dad. What if I told you in a decade, every 2.5 years, you could buy something, move in, live, and then move on. And you could have 10 properties at the end of 10 years. This is how you would do it. You would find a fourplex. Again, you're not going to live in the fourplex forever. In fact, it's a 2.5-year journey. Then you're going to buy a triplex. Then you're going to buy a duplex. And then you're going to buy a house. 4, 3, 2, 1. You do that in a decade, I love your chances of being a millionaire. I love your chances of true cash flow, meaningful cash flow. And again, you could get into all of those with 3.5%, 5% down. You don't need big down payments. 4, 3, 2, 1. House hack units. And, you know, if you want to go crazy, you can house hack bedrooms as well. But at the end of the day, don't overlook, you know, this simplicity, right? What is the cheapest rate? Own a rock. What is the lowest down payment? Own a rock. Where are the down payment assistance programs? Own a rock. What are 203K loans for? Own a rock. I mean, some of us want to buy an investment property where we should really be going, you know what? My shelter cost is too expensive. Let me go buy a fourplex. And yes, the fourplex may not be in a part of town I want to live in. Congratulations. You won't live there forever. And then 3, 2, 1. So again, love that strategy.
Yeah. I put a star next to it on my list of like, open your mind to the concept of house hacking. So I'm so glad you brought that up, because I don't think you house hacked, but almost every other investor I've ever met started with a house hack.
Yep.
And even if you're an introvert like me and don't want to share your space, you don't have to. You know, you can do like that 4, 3, 2, 1. Or my first purchase was a single family home, but I put a ADU in the basement and rented that out. And you can do that too. So you don't have to share your actual space. I mean, my mom back in the 80s, you know, we didn't call it house hacking back then, of course, but there was always somebody who rented the big extra room in our house.
Yeah.
And we actually did share spaces, but it's just like, you know what, you do what you got to do. And, you know,
Anna Kelly says,
home. Yeah.
Anna Kelly has done amazing for herself, says that selling the big house in Houston and house hacking a fourplex in Pennsylvania was her single best financial move ever. And she's made some monster moves.
Yeah. So 100%. And if I was starting over today from zero, I would go back to the house hack, honestly. Especially in a high cost of living area like where I am, it's like, that's the way to do it. And like you're saying, there's people, especially some of these folks in the school community, that are like supercharging it with this buy the room stuff. Like if you really want to learn about that, you can, and that will really supercharge your cash flow if you want to do that. But yeah, just open your mind to it. Is it a little uncomfortable? Well, sure. But you got to look at the trade-off and think about, you know, there's ways to do it, even if you have kids, even if you don't want to share space, even if. So house hacking, like you said, better interest rate, lower down. You can rinse and repeat and build a portfolio. It's the easiest way. So here's one that's dear to my heart lately. Block the doom squad.
Yeah.
So that means people in your life that are going to be the doom squad, but also these folks that you might be mainlining on YouTube, these fools that are just working an algorithm, you know, and it's kind of sickening. I blocked them a long time ago, so I only hear about it once in a while when people bring these things up. It never shows up in my feed. Nice. But block those people, because they will keep you a renter. They will keep you poor. They will keep you doing nothing. And how does that help you? You know, and especially this nonsense about it's going to be worse than 2008. I was around in 2008. I had rentals in 2008, 9, 10, and you did too. And you know what? So what? It actually was better for a while. You know, rents went up. The market improved. It was better. It was like the golden era for buying deals. And I bought before too. And you know what? I held those all the way through. And guess what? They're worth many times what they originally were purchased for back in 2000, whatever, before 2008. So it's like, even if you buy before the crash, you know, like and this is nothing like, you know, what's going on today is nothing like when I was shopping for an expensive house back then. I asked, as a self-employed person that had a great CPA that didn't make barely anything on paper, I asked, what am I approved for? They said, whatever you want. Go find a house and you can buy it. That's what we were dealing with back then, you know, and you could do that with zero down. You could borrow 103% of the purchase price on a NAGAM note. You know, there's garbage trash going. I mean, it was insane. So yeah, if you want to say that this is like that, you know, and at least 40% of America owns their home outright and everyone else has a ton of equity, like it's going to crash. I don't know. Turn it off, people. If you really want to get wealthy in real estate, you have to turn that off. You
have to turn. You just have to turn it off. 50% crash in 2026, worse than 2008. Get this. Median income will match median home price. That is something else these idiots are saying. It's just, Yeah, and it's funny. It hit me the other day when somebody was telling me about this because, it's frustrating, right? You say stupid shit like home's going to fall 50% in 2026, and you get hundreds of thousands of views. You get all of these things. You get quoted in Newsweek, just comical stuff. And I stood back and I go, you know what? These people are Jerry Springer. These people are Jerry Springer.
Yeah.
They're on it, midday. They're dealing with brokies. They're dealing with people that don't own anything. And why, Jerry Springer was wildly popular. I get it now. It's freaking Jerry Springer of financial advice.
That's hilarious. Yeah, it's trashy like that, and it's
trashy. It's garbage.
Nothing. Yeah,
complete garbage.
It's just for the clicks and the views, just like Jerry Springer back in the day.
It's
bringing on the circus act. It's just a circus act with a bunch of clowns and foolish, and it allows people to continue doing nothing, which is harmful for your future. I would rather some people are so paralyzed after watching that, paralyzed of making a bad decision, that they make no decision at all. I would rather make a bad decision and take action than do nothing. Like you just got to just decide and you got to take action.
Yeah, it's funny because again, this Jerry Springer idea came out the other day. So I'm the kind of sick guy that goes through their old videos 2, 3, 4 years ago, and I've actually commented and put some of them on Twitter. Like I remember one the other day, somebody said that they've been waiting for a year to buy something. But, oh, by the way, that video was 3 years old. It's like, oh, now you're waiting 4 years. Like, yeah, congratulations.
Never changes. What does that tell you? If there's a crash coming forever, always, what does that tell you? It's just
Jerry Springer. Jerry Springer found what worked. Get idiots in the room together that don't like each other and poke at them and watch them fight. That's all they're doing. The word crash works. Stupid numbers like 50% work. Just come on, folks. Block these people. It's crazy.
Block them.
Crazy.
And you know what? If it goes down, that's what happens with markets. They go down for a while, then they go up, and then they go down, But if you fast forward 10 years, where do you think we're going to be? You got to be in this for the long. This is a long game.
Yeah.
You got to be in it. Unless you're a flipper, you got to be in it for the long game.
Yeah. Anybody that says this is 08 on repeat they have PTSD. They're Jerry Springer with PTSD. It's
and I don't think they even were around back then to even live through it, so not that I know of. So.
No, it's so funny.
Foolish.
All right. I'll do one more and then we'll let you close us out.
Yeah.
You've got it. So the last one for me is it's funny. It ties into this, but I wanted to close on this one on purpose. Is you have to have belief. Like one of the things I can't give you is belief or hope, right? You call it belief or hope, whatever is better for you. You just have to believe it's possible. You have to believe that getting rich is possible. You have to believe that getting wealthy is possible. And one of the things that I love about our community is we have 9th grade dropouts. We have single parents with, 6 figures and negative net worth. We've got Section 8 moms. We've got, we've got all kinds of folks. And without question, 99% of the people that watch this are in a better position than most of the millionaires that start on this channel, right? We all have a story. We all have a struggle. We all have grit. And again, if you have belief or hope, I can help you. But if you don't, if you've already been defeated, my message will ring hollow. Jerry Springer will be much more exciting. If you don't have hope, you're going to watch Jerry Springer because Jerry Springer tells you to do nothing. Jerry Springer tells you it's okay to be a loser. Jerry Springer tells you it's okay to be broke, just like me. Jerry Springer tells you it's okay to be a renter. Jerry Springer says it's okay, inflation, it's okay, let inflation run you over. I'm not going to tell you it's okay. But I'm also not going to fight with you. If you want to scream and yell at me and call me all kinds of names and whatever, it's all right. I know where the block button is. I can block you too.
Yeah.
So again, you have to have hope. You have to have belief. That's the number one thing for me. In today's world, hope and belief are being crushed by Jerry Springer. And I don't think that's okay. I think Jerry Springer type analysts are evil. Not mean, not nasty, evil. I think they are evil because they are hacking an algorithm that crushes hope. And I think that's disgusting and the worst quality a human being can have. So that's my final one.
Yeah, good one. I agree with that. And you find the hope, folks. If in this community, like you said, it's full of people who came from a position that many would consider hopeless and brought themselves up out of it under all sorts of conditions. So be inspired by that, if nothing else. And my last one is take a small action now. Like right when you're done watching this video, you can take one small action and then build it up to some bigger ones. Make your daily, weekly goal. But you can block those doomers right after you watch this video. You can sign up for an accountability group. Like you can do those small things right now in 10 minutes if you wanted to. Do those little things. Just, you got to start. Make it a little scary too. Do something that's a little scary. Like, join school and put yourself out there as, hey, I'm looking to get started and here's what I'm dealing with.
Introduce
You'd be
yourself.
amazed the amount of support you'll get. But like, do those little things that stretch yourself and make yourself a little bit uncomfortable. You got to be uncomfortable to grow. So
yeah, I just wanted to bring this up and I didn't want to get the names wrong. So I'm just bringing up the school app. So just yesterday, we had 3 people join, but I'm going to tell you 2 stories. One was a gentleman named Gus. Gus joined in, he already had 73 units. So again, we're getting people in the community that have been doing this a while, that are there to help and grow themselves. And then we had Nancy. Nancy joined, she has 1 unit, right? So again, to your point, take an action right now. And if you're serious about doing this thing in real estate, join school today. It's $20. If you don't like it in a month, cancel. You're out $20. The cost of 2 lattes. But I'm 99% sure you're going to like it. You're going to make new friends and you're going to make sure 2026 is better. So I love that one. Beth, where can people find you?
Yeah, so you can find me, you can Google my name, Beth Traverso, BethTraversoGroup.com. People contact me through my website there, or you can find me on the school app. You can message me on there if you guys do end up joining, and you'll see me here every week.
There you go. And I went ahead and put Beth Traverso Group on the screen because sometimes Traverso is a hard
I know. It's hard for some folks.
But it is right behind your head, actually.
There you go. See? Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
It's right. The camera changes.
Like it's exactly like it's spelled. But yeah, I mean, I'm easy to find on here in the school group on the good old interwebs out there. So yeah.
Very cool. Beth, you're amazing. Thank you for all you do. Enjoy our conversations. Have a great week.
You too. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.